Hello, Star Wars CCG players, fans, and other folks. Garrett Larson here, Dead Body. Going to be taking care of the Sam Tashima versus Jeff Lavigne game here in a couple minutes getting started. Just getting everything ready to go. Just letting folks know where we're at. I know if you turn on to the PC channel, Charlie Ellenson, ND Gamer, is streaming the Dylan Timo Dusselin versus Gavin match right now. Was watching that for a little while before I jumped on. Looked like it was a pretty good game, but I think at this point, you know, we're in the top 8 of the OCS. Every game is going to be a pretty good game, and they should all be fun to watch. Just getting myself all ready here. I apologize, I'm not on my normal setup. I'm actually in a hotel in Ohio because I'm playing in all the Ohio Mega Worlds stuff in later today or tomorrow. Well, the tournaments are tomorrow and Sunday. Today I'm going to go hang in Travis's basement tonight and play some cards with the basement crew. Should be a great time, but will be a whole lot of fun. And like I said, just getting ready to stream Sam versus Jeff Lavigne. Waiting to see what till they get ready to go. Again, this is the OCS top 8. These are, Sam was the number 3 seed. Jeff was slightly lower, but going to be an amazing game. I'll apologize. I'm not necessarily going to be super active in chat. I usually try and do a really good job of watching chat while I watch the game, but I only have one screen today because I was already hauling too much stuff around. I wasn't going to try and haul a whole last setup to get stuff rolling here, so just streaming from the laptop. Hopefully it all works out well. Looking forward to, I know I see Bill in the chat, and I know we're going to see some folks this weekend. Yep, so it looks like Sam and Jeff are ready to go. I believe Sam said he was going to play light side first, so I know he hasn't put it up yet, but I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything too big right now. He probably already told Jeff, but there we see the OCS playoff game pop up. Let's see when Jeff accepts. There we go. And watch game, open it up, and let's double check. Okay, looks like it is showing up on Streamlabs. So we've got Jeff on the Desert Landing Slip Sliding Away, the Team 5 deck that's been pretty popular. Haze Hunter just used it to win Endor Grand Prix, and I heard he's pretty good at the game. And looks like Sam is probably on Yoda-Communing. Yep. So this is 2 of the popular decks from Endor. You know, 2 decks that have been pretty popular for a little while here. Not shocked to see either one of these. I know Sam is traditionally, or has been, more of a Scrubs player, but he is a outstanding player of any deck, and I don't foresee him having any problem starting this. Jeff doing Desert Landing Side SSA, Slip Sliding Away, starting You Can Forever, Hide Forever mob points. Jabba's Haven and the security precautions. And Sam starting squadron assignments, Jedi business, and walkling. So this should be a pretty standard start. Jeff went to grab something with You Can't Hide Forever and gave away a reserve to Sam as he didn't check his hand and realized looks like the system was already in there. That's kind of a mistake, but at the same time, I don't think Sam is going to be super shocked about what's in here. It might give him a count on how many Force Lightnings he has to worry about if he wants to start thinking about grabbing that so he doesn't get his Jedi fry sizzled or what. But otherwise, not a huge... I mean, Jeff's not playing some super secret spicy tech deck. I don't think this is a straightforward play good decks. Play better than your opponent. That's how you move on. Jeff uses double back to grab Forlam with 3PO text. And I mean, he only activated 6, which, that's for this turn. He's going to activate, just shy of 1 million. Next turn, as I assume we'll see Jabba's Palace site pull. He's not running the Cantina. That's a big difference. I think Hayes' deck at Endor was running Jury Juice to grab the Cantina and put either Maul or Dejas Puher, somebody there, and start. I think that's probably a little more aggressive play. Jeff's a little more of a control player. He's going to want to just make the right play, grind you out, do whatever, and, that Cantina is a pretty juicy drain of 2 you're giving up. If Sam, and especially in this deck where, Yoda-Communing could come and start killing guys, that's a site you don't necessarily want to give up. So I don't hate this alternate deck. That is a big difference from what he was running, but should be interesting. Jeff just puts out 3PO, draws a few cards, plays something special planned for them. Nothing big. Yep, and Bill is pointing out in chat, security precautions over Jury Juice is a change. It's not card for card the deck Hayes played, but it's probably, that's a big change at the start, but it is probably still within 5 to 10 cards. I mean, it might be closer to the deck they played at Worlds. I don't think at Worlds they weren't all running the Cantina. I think that stands to it's going to be a little more of a reactive deck, closer to the kind of Tom style instead of the slightly more drain-heavy, aggressive, push-the-action deck. We see Sam use Master Yoda to go grab Camino. Sam's going to get aggressive right off the gate, flashing R2 and Red 5 with squadron assignments to go fetch himself a Luke. Luke Rebellion's Hope, so he's adding a Destiny to either power or attrition up there, and that's a quick start. So Sam is trying to play aggressive, start pouring damage, get it rolling away to Ray. Puts out Do or Not. This Desert Landing Site deck generally runs a couple senses, and Sam wants to protect his interrupts, or at least cost Jeff force for playing them, and especially in a match play format where every force matters. That's not a terrible thing. You're willing to trade your 1 card for their 3, and that's not a bad thing. And then Sam just picks a few up as well, so just a patient start for both of them. You're not going to win the game on turn 1. You can't do enough damage to win the game on turn 1, but you can definitely make a mistake and put yourself in a position to lose the game on turn 1 if you play too aggressive and put somebody out. Jeff goes for another Jabba's Palace site and misses the pull again, so Sam gets another verify. Not going Jeff's way with that one. I mean, he's given up 2 verifies, although one of them was not a big deal. And we see Boba Fett and Slave 1 just drop to Nal Hutta, you know, Galed going to Jabba's audience chamber. He's got to have somebody to back him up. And Battle Order. I don't hate that. Sam's actually not activating a great amount. I think he must have activated the Camino 2-0 site last turn, so he couldn't get that rolling, which does mean I expect this turn we're going to see like the Camino 2-0 and then probably the Naboo 3-2, and suddenly they'll both be activating oodles. Galed alone tells me Jeff is at the very least sitting on a stunning leader. That's not necessarily a super high risk play, but there are definitely quite a mercenary, I believe, cancel stunning leader. I'm positive Sam's running that in the deck. Like, this could be that could be a too aggressive play. We'll see if Sam's got the cards to punish him. Does activate. I don't think he's going to pay to drain here. Like, as much as you'd like to see, hey, play aggressive, get stuff going, put cards in lost pile, I think there's way better things to do right now than drain. Like, even if it is a drain of 2, there's still too much else. Yep, Sam steps right to deploy, drops the Camino 2-0 from hand, so he must have drawn into that when after he deployed Luke, so it saves him a force on the paying to pull. And he'll use Yoda to pull a battleground site or battleground location. I expect it'll be one of the Naboo sites. Yep. So there's the Naboo 2-2 site. So they're both going to have more than enough activation to do pretty much whatever they want. And Sam goes with 3PO. I don't know if that's saying he doesn't have any way to combat Galed, or he doesn't have enough that he's comfortable. Like, I don't know that he necessarily wants to throw just one Jedi down against Galed, because if you don't have a way to cancel the stunning leader, you're not going to get a beatdown in. And you have to be concerned about the rebeat there. All right, well, I'm wrong again as Sam goes going hard, dropping Mace Windu. He did verify his reserve deck. He searched for the site, so I'm assuming he knows he's got a saber to go get. And he throws down I Don't Like Sand, which is a solid card. I mean, Mace is a good one to throw down because if you've got some way to avoid taking the overflow. Oh, quite a mercenary off the top onto Sand, which also means he doesn't have it to cancel Stunning Leader unless he's playing 2, which would be amazingly crazy. But hey, crazy people do crazy things. I don't hate that being on there. I think if Sam can grab a card off there, he's going to be grabbing for quite a mercenary ASAP, as it'll also cancel Drayan Ponda's text, which is very important. Yep, we see the battle start against Galed and Stunning Leader from hand to exclude Mace. Looks like Sam is not grabbing it, just letting it. Okay, you've stunned. I got Mace sitting here. Let's dance. He will block the Drain of 2. He's going to swing twice. Like, I don't hate this play from Sam. And he is kind of counting on... Jeff's only got 8 cards in hand, and he hasn't drawn a ton. So, like, you got to wonder how much Jeff can put down, and, can he put down enough to really jump Mace? Like, he's got 16 force. He's got a ton of... So he's got 17 force because he saved one. He's got a ton of force, but, like, does he have the cards to really aggressively go after him? Sam, peeling 1 off the top, was the R2 and Red 5. A little bit of bad luck there. He definitely would have liked to have that for a Destiny, but 'tis what it is. This is a lot of good Destiny in this deck. I guarantee that's not the only R2 and Red 5. Jeff puts out Secret Plans, mostly to stop, I think, the Yoda. If he thought Sam was just going to quick Yoda back that 7, I don't think Sam's going to do that at all. There's a much better use of Yoda. You know, like if anything, you do it like after this battle if he loses mace to save the saber. And even that, I'm not sure is the greatest play. We see Lord Maul from hand to Jabba's exterior sight. Oh, yeah, I think that was a mistake. Like, there's no reason to put him there at all. You either put him there for free, or you drop. Yep, or you drop him into the audience chamber. He's not battling with him, so you drop him at the desert landing site. Save yourself 6 force or 5 force because you'll pay 1 to move him over. And looks like Jeff is maybe counting on having another quite a mercenary, or having another stunning to get out of that battle as he drops Darth Tyrannus down there. No escape to get back the stunning. Depending on Sam's hand, counting on that stunning could be a real bad luck. Like, he's got Tyrannus there, so he's not going to get murdered. But, like, if Sam's got a Han chewing the Falcon, I could absolutely see Han chewing the Falcon in front of Boba, start a battle, take quite a mercenary off Sand, and then say, screw your stunning leader, and chop them both up, and call it a battle. So, with quite a mercenary sitting there, I don't love counting on that, but it definitely is the aggressive line for Jeff. If Sam can't burn through that battle, he's looking at big drains at Jabba's Palace. All 3 of those, those 2 sites, it'll be drain a 3, drain a 2, and that's not good for Sam. As we see Jeff grab a Force Lightning, could definitely see a sneak attack for a 7 and then Force Lightning as he's got Tyrannus there. And that would also be bad for Sam. Like, I think he's Jeff's not in a terrible setup here. Force drains for 2 at Sam. Force drains for 2 at Kamino, and we lose P-59 and Palpatine right off the top. The Palpatine's not a big deal. I mean, he's on table now, and he's really in there as much for being a 6 as anything else. The P-59 is actually a good, like, this is a game where Sam's going to want to run him out of characters. Like, Sam's guys are all big forfeit, big defense value, and your goal is to get through your guys. So he goes with Qui-Gon Serene Jedi. Sam plays Qui-Gon Serene Jedi to the lower passages. So he must not have had Han chewing the Falcon to try and take advantage of that. Grab the Quite a Mercenary to cancel stunning leader. It also puts Sam in a position of where does he sneak attack and Force Lightning? Because you're only doing that once in a turn. And are you going to try and hit Qui-Gon? And we see Jyn Erso go to block the Maul drain. So Sam playing fairly defensive right now, but he's still got 14 cards in reserve. And wondering if he's going to Jedi business for a saber for Qui-Gon, or if there's not one in there. Also wondering a little bit if he's got the 3-2 sight in there and is just not playing it, or if it's not in the deck. Do you see the Jedi business? And looks like didn't give it up an immediate verify, so he's got a saber in there. If it's Qui-Gon's or if Sam's upset right now. There's a Qui-Gon. I thought, maybe he was staring at maces and was being frustrated, but nope, he's got Qui-Gon saber. So he's got two sabered Jedis there. That's not a good, Jeff got a nice setup, got an aggressive take, and Sam, with a fairly small hand, just said, all right, well, I'm going to counter everything you do. How's that play? So we see Sam start the battle at the lower passages. The one thing he is lacking here is with it being Yoda-Communing, he is only immune to effectively 6 He's immune to less than 6 because it's less than 4 with the objective, or with the Yoda-Communing. But then Yoda's Hut, he can subtract 2 once per turn, so he's immune to less than 6. But Jeff's got a bunch of 6s and 7s in there. Like, he's got Phantom Menaces, he's got Palpatines. I don't see a... There's the sneak attack from Jeff. Sam lets that go. I think he's planning on grabbing Force Lightning, which I think is probably a solid grab. He does have to assume he's losing Qui-Gon this battle either way. Whatever. Because there's no way Jeff put a Destiny on there that won't kill Qui-Gon. So it's a 6 or 7 up there. And Qui-Gon misses the swing. That's unfortunate, unless Sam's got an action for the Ray. There we go. So he cancels and redraws the Ray. Jeff may be thinking of grabbing that. He does have 2 grabbers out there. He's got the Corruption, and yep, he grabs it on something special, which I think is a really good play. Like, there's no reason to let Sam go get a Jedi back with that. There's a second 5, so Palpatine is sliced and or diced. Realize I'm saying a lot. I promise I'm not this stupid in real life. Or I am, but, whatever. So, Palpatine's hit. I don't expect Sam's going to take much in the way of overflow, or, Jeff's going to take much in the way of overflow here, as there's no chance he's not drawing a 6 or 7 on there. So, and at that point, Sam with another bad Destiny. That one guarantees that Treadwell's not taking overflow. Yep. There's the 6. I expect Sam won't even bother reducing with Yoda because he'd like to hold on to that. Oh, that was a nice play from Sam. Sam with they're tracking us to reduce it by 1. And there's a sense from Palpatine. So sense targeting Palpatine. Draw a Destiny. Destiny is a 1. So that is definitely less than 7 if my math is correct. So Treadwell is going to lose the 2 Force, loses a Dengar with Gun Virtual and Point Man from reserve deck along with Sense. And Sam loses they're tracking us, which means he is going to lose Qui-Gon here. That's definitely not ideal. I think Sam was really hoping to keep Qui-Gon alive. But it means in all likelihood if he battles with Mace, he can keep Mace alive. He did not grab the Quite a Mercenary off Sand. I don't love that. You see he loses Qui-Gon and the Saber, puts the Saber on top. I expect we will see a quick Walkling here to get that Saber back. Maybe. It's not necessarily where he'd want it. Like, if he's not going to battle with Mace, he's not going to do that. He'll just let it sit and Walkling it back on Jeff's turn. That way it'll be in reserve when he wants to throw down his next Qui-Gon. And that's an easy draw. Let's see where this goes. He's content to sit and let Jeff have that drain a 1, as Jeff really doesn't have much of a hand. He's only got 5 cards, and he kind of blew a lot of what he wanted to do with that early play. The sense, the sneak attack, etc. burnt a lot of what Jeff could have done. So I expect after Jeff activates, we'll see a Yoda Treadwell here potentially, just to keep that Saber active. Might depend on if Sam got a Qui-Gon back. If he doesn't have a Qui-Gon, he might decide to wait on it and use it with Mace. He is going to wait on it, so we are going to see a drain a 1 go through here, and we see Sam lose. I think I can handle myself off reserve. And Jeff just checking his destiny. He's got a 6 in there, but he's got some bad destinies too. He's got a couple 1s, if memory serves. And that's not good, and he needs a 7 if he's going to try and fry Sizzle. Does go get an alien instead. There's Aura Singh with Blaster Rifle. So he's going aggressive at Mace. With the Destiny in that deck, he can absolutely hit Mace without any real problem. And looks like he's going to try and hit Mace and cause the overflow, as we see Chokelord Vader, Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith come down as well. Start a battle. I mean, Sam's down a bunch of power, and that's spicy. Dodge to run away. Which way is he going? Going over to the lower passages, which makes sense. Oh! Jeff did have the response. Jeff's got the Gick to cancel the react. Sam, I think, is maybe thinking about grabbing that. Nope. Which I don't think you want to grab that. You're not going to... Gick's already lost. You're not going to have him doing anything with it. Now we see the swing from Aura. This could be bad. If Sam doesn't have like a deflection or Hoojix, this could get bad. There's the deflection. All right, so Sam's at least going to have all of Mace's forfeit, and Jeff grabs the deflection. I think that's the right... It's a good call. You know, Sam had some good defensive cards, but he's still kind of in a tough spot here. Now, I feel like with the pile that's there, Galed might be one of your shots. You know, you slow down the drain damage. You take out Galed, then Jeff's not draining for a ton, but at the same time, like, Galed's only forfeit 2. Like... Yeah, Aura's definitely a swing. You know, you need to kill Aura. You want him to force, the Jabba's Haven to get back Aura to go after the Jedi. And we got a 2 and a 4. Oh, so he does have a second Jedi Lev in there. That's good for Sam, meaning he can still use the Jedi Lev to go grab a guy late. So we see Aura get hit and can't be used to satisfy attrition. And Jeff drops Come Here, You Big Coward to get the last... it's his 4th shield pull, but it will stop Sam from being able to grab back a card. You know, if he wanted to, like, retrieve, like I was talking about, retrieve the saber with Walkling when he lost it. Sam's grabbing a card off Sand. Looks like he grabbed the Quite a Mercenary off Sand, so he can, fight through a second battle. And I think Sam's deciding who he wants to target here. Oh, throwing out Don't Do That Again to go potentially grab an immediate effect. Maybe just take a look at his destiny, because he's definitely got some ugly ones in there. He's got a couple ones in there. He's got an Anakin, he's got a Rey. Like, it's not ideal for swinging at those big guys, which is part of why I was wondering if he'll just go for Galed and try it, or if he's gonna YOLO a little bit and like try and hit Vader. Okay, so he is going after Vader. I don't hate that play, because if he hits Vader, then any Destiny kills Galed, or it leaves Galed alone with the Quite a Mercenary to cancel the Stunning Leader. Like, Jeff at that point has to protect Galed or lose him. And Mace draws a 4 and a 3. Jeff uses the Tyrannus redraw. Ooh, that was big. Tyrannus redraw turns that 3 into a 1. And that means Sam misses. And Mara Jade's an interesting card in there. He must be running the new interrupt to get Mara... be able to potentially drop Mara and her saber at a Tatooine location. Jeff draws a 1 for Battle Destiny. That's not ideal. Like, you're still losing... Oh! And Sam also draws a 1 for Battle Destiny. Like, Jeff was hoping to draw higher, but Sam definitely needed to draw higher, as he's now down 3 force after he loses Mace, and that's not ideal at all. Loses the 3-2 from hand. Jeff does forfeit Galed, just to leave the 2 Dark Jedi there holding that battle. Sam loses Blaster Deflection, and Were You Looking For Me? And now he loses Mace and stacks some Mace and then the Saber. But again, with Coward, he can't go get the Saber right now. So we'll see where he goes with this. I expect we'll see Jeff pick some up. Nope, Jeff just moves Lord Maul over. I expect Sam will follow with Jin. Yep. And that's... not sure I love that play. Like, I guess you just wanted to stop Jin from breaking covers, retrieve the Saber, start a battle, and kick it away, but you kill Maul. But now he moves Tyrannus over to the lower passages. If you're going to leave any one of those 3 guys alone, Tyrannus is the one, simply because he does have the redraw text, and Jedi are power and immunity to attrition -1 there, so you definitely... that's the guy you leave alone against the Jedi and Yoda-Communing, because he's most likely to kill the Jedi most easily. Plus, he's immune to Sari, immune to less than 6, which is solid. You know, he's just an overall good character. He is not... he's not the one that can get targeted by Force Lightning, is he? He's not, so... Force Lightning is a dead card in Jeff's hand right now, unless he gets another Palpatine in play. I know he's got one floating in the deck still. I believe he lost one earlier. Doing a little 3PO action on both sides. Sam activates not everything. He leaves 7 in reserve, which is going to be 6 after he 3POs for 1. So either he was drawing, that might have been... I think that was his Rey. Yep, so he activates a couple more. So yeah, he's got Rey in hand now to go do something. And actually Rey in front of Tyrannus, if you track to 5 or a 6, will kill her. As we see Mace go to the Jabba's Palace site. Turns that into threatening a drain of 2, which is not what Jeff's going to have to do something about it. And we see the Yoda retrieval to get back Mace's Saber, or a Saber, but it means it won't go on Mace this turn, so Mace is definitely a little less frightening there. But now we see Rey. Rey's going to go fetch a card from use pile. I'm betting it's a Saber. Like, just going out there. I'm not entirely sure what Chris's no comment was about. As I said, I can't watch chat quite as easily, but it was probably about my sounding stupid and that I don't sound as stupid in real life. And I love you, Chris. So we see Mace get his Saber. Sam did not drain this turn, as he didn't want to pay. He was saving all his force to use stuff. Close game right now. I mean, they're about equal in hand. Jeff's got 1 more card in hand. Jeff's got 25 down. Sam has 13 plus 8, 21 down. So Jeff's actually a couple cards ahead right now, and especially in the location control race, Jeff is definitely... he's got the extra sight. I expect we'll see a comm scan at some point to kill Jin. Sam just picking a few up here, willing to say, okay, well, my drains are going to be bigger than yours, so you're going to have to do something about it. And he will. I mean, Jeff's can't... right now, Jeff's draining for 2, and if he does nothing about it, Sam's going to turn around and drain for 5, because Jeff is shield capped right now. He's got all 4 in play and does not have ultimatum. So he's going to have to move over to the Jabba's Palace or eat a drain of 3, which is not what he wants to do right now. And especially with Rey there, covering a bunch of forfeit would potentially allow Jeff to keep Lando or Mace alive at another point, which is not ideal either. And Jeff also tracked to draw into a specific card as he activated a few. Trying to remember what he was drawing for Destiny there. I'm not sure what he grabbed, actually. Likely one of his characters. I know he's pulled a 1 for Destiny, which was, I think, Kylo. So he may have just gone and grabbed the Kylo with Saber to make things interesting. I called it on Chris. I know when I say something dumb that y'all are going to say something about me, and I appreciate it. I miss as I'm watching this going, I can't respond to chat easily because I don't have it up on screen because I've only got the one set up, and I miss that. I love the interaction with folks as I'm doing this, so it's not I don't feel like I'm just sitting here talking to nobody. I'm sitting and talking to my friends. See the Palpatine come down at the audience chamber. May see Fry Sizzle here and Janice. So Jeff's like, I can drain 2. So that'll also be a drain of 3. Now, if he's got a way to get rid of, get rid of Jin, we see the Jabba's Haven being used to grab Galed. Jeff seems like he's content to just say, all right, let's race. Like, all of a sudden you throw Galed there, and if you've got a way to kill Jin, which he certainly does, I mean, Fry Sizzle gets her 2. You're talking about a drain of 4 and a drain of 2 and a drain of 1, unless Sam's got away. Sam's also shield capped, so Sam can't get out ultimatum either. Like, I'll be honest, this is one of the games you don't usually see. Somebody's starting to drain a 3, someone's starting to drain a 4, and unless something changes, they are both going through. That is not super common. Yes, at this point you can type whatever you want about me, and I won't necessarily read it live. Won't be the first time somebody says mean things about me. Probably won't be the last. I'm a big boy. I can take a little bit. We see Jin move over in front of Tyrannus to block the drain of 2 and avoid the Fry Sizzle. Jeff moves Lord Maul and Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, out to Jabba's Palace, blocking that drain of 3. I think with that Jin move, you're definitely going to see Mace and Rey walk in, unless we got something else going on. And Jeff's just picking a few up. Like, Jeff's playing this conservatively, and I appreciate that. Like, he went a little loose with the Galed, counting on Sam not having the Quite a Mercenary in hand that very first battle, because that would have been bad for Jeff. Like, if he'd had that Quite a Mercenary, although it looks like he may have also had the Gik, because he did play the Gik early too. So Jeff may have just been planning on that and going, well, if he's got it, he's got it. I've got the defense, and sometimes putting your opponent on just, hey, you make this happen. Tell me show me you can do it, is a solid play. So Sam activates 9 there, and we see Jeff 3PO for a card. Sam's going to commune. I think he's probably putting that one on the bottom now, as he's activating for a specific card, for sure. And then putting it on the bottom so you can grab it with Rey is the way to go. There's some synergy in there. It's almost like they were designed that way. Weird. So you can blame Chris Kelly, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Sam puts the card from the top of his first pile to the bottom of his first pile. I expect he's going to... Okay, activates one more. I assume we'll see him Rey that card, unless it was a mistrack and he doesn't have the card he wanted there. And there's the disarmed on Maul. That's a little disrespectful, but it also shuts down the drain +1 text there and the Destiny +1 text. So that's a solid drop that I don't think Jeff necessarily expected or had an answer for. There's Sam drains for 2. Jeff loses a double back, and there goes Dr. E and Ponda Baba. Little bit unfortunate. I'm pretty sure Jeff would have liked to have them there. Goes for the Force Lightning. It is not in there, so apparently this isn't the crazy 4 Force Lightnings deck from Worlds, or, Jeff's just got horrendous luck with where they are. Because I haven't seen any go lost yet. I know he's had one. Just kind of waiting to see where things go here and see what Sam's got up his sleeve. So treadwell. This is during battle or lightsaber combat involving Dooku. Yeah, so I don't think you're going to see just a Jin breaks cover in battles Tyrannus unless he's got 2 6s tracked, and I don't think Sam has 2 6s tracked, especially since he just shuffled his reserve deck as he went for a grab with Yoda, and obviously has no more sights in play. Okay, don't hate this play at all. Going Leia Rebel Princess in front of Maul and Vader. That'll allow him to cancel the audience chamber drain, which is good, and Anakin as well. So Sam's like, nope, this is going to be my sight. And I don't know that Jeff's got a great, Jeff's got the Kylo in hand, I think, which is solid. But I don't know that he really wants to battle into that particularly. I mean, if he knows what he's got, he can choke out either Anakin or Rey. But those aren't great answers. Like, it's still not a fun spot to be in, not a fun battle to be in. We see Janice go through. He did use Haven already. He used Haven to get back Galed and set up those aggressive Jabba's Palace drains. So Sam's done a good job of putting Jeff on, forcing Jeff's answers, forcing Jeff to have the answers for what he wants to do, and say, look, I'm going to make these plays. You've got to have the cards. And he's not in a terrible spot. We see the masterful move to go grab, probably not a Gix, so I'm betting it'll be a Phantom Menace, which Jeff probably doesn't love taken out of his reserve deck right now. Nope, looks like Sam gets a Verify. So, which makes sense because Jeff did search his reserve. He knew what was in there. So that's just get a 5 out of hand, back in deck. You want those cards down in Life Force. So Jeff's got 19 in Force and 10 in hand. Sam's a little bit behind, 17 in Life Force and 6 in hand. So he's down 6 cards, right now. Math is hard. But, Jeff really can only cause 1 damage this turn at best with drains. He can drain for 1 at Nal Hutta. And if he drains at either the Jabba's Palace or if he drains at the Audience Chamber, it's just going to get laid back. If he's got Comm Scan to kill Jin and drain at the lower passages, it's just going to get laid back. So we see the drain at Nal Hutta. Let's see where Sam loses from. I mean, Sam's only got 6 cards in hand. Loses a grappling hook off for top reserve. That also means he'll have a 5 on top if Jeff does waste the Leia. Depending on what is in Jeff's hand, I don't know if I burn through Leia or not here. Like, I'm generally kind of a proponent of play the cards, kill the Leia, make it happen. And we see Erica down at the 2-0, and there's Kylo, so he may just be planning to kill Leia with Kylo. So he's got Kylo, there's First Strike. I'm assuming he knows what his destiny is, and we're going to see a battle. First Strike to get back Dr. E and Ponda, and cost Sam a card. And I expect we'll see a choke probably of Rey. I think if I was going to be choking anyone, he doesn't have a 6 tracked, so I wouldn't be trying to go after Anakin, but he does have a bunch of 5s and 6s in that reserve, I think. So I'd probably be going for Rey to get rid of that +1 and get rid of the cycle. And then I'd probably swing with Kylo at Leia. Although deflection's grabbed, but Sam's got enough to pay for another one. He did lose a second one off the top, so he may be out of them. Sam loses the Han Chewie and the Falcon from reserve. All right, so we're not choking. We're going first for a swing at Mace. That screams I have a sniper. So we see a 4 and a 5. So there's the swing. Mace is chopped up. Sam's going to lose a force. And the first aid combo is still sitting on Sam's sand. Although that wouldn't have stopped the sniper anyways. Sam loses Mara Jade from reserve deck. Oh, no sniper. All right. Then I'm a little surprised not to see a choke first, but okay. So we get the swing back at Kylo. Got a 3 and a 1. Ouch. Destiny have not been kind to Sam this game. Now here's the choke on, okay, going for Leia, just to make sure she dies, which I don't hate. Like, you want to kill Leia, you need to not have her blocking those reins. And Sam with another, they're tracking us to subtract 1 and keep Leia alive. Like, it's been interesting. It's kind of gone swingy. A lot of good plays. A lot of, make them have the answer, make them play the cards. The miss on Kylo, I think, is going to be big. Because Sam will get another swing, but you really would have liked to hit 2 of them to make sure you wipe the sight. Oh, another sense. So Jeff says, I will lose 2 force to win this game. So we see the sense on they're tracking us to make sure that choke on Leia goes through. Sam with his own sense. Wow. Sam, I think, also realized, like, okay, I have to have this. So Sam draws a 5. Targeted Mace, so Sam's sense goes through. Sam's going to lose 2 force now to his own shield. Which is R2 and red 5 and free ride combo off the top. He definitely would have liked to have those for Destiny instead. But he does send Jeff's probably other sense. I can't imagine Jeff's playing more than 2 lost pile and keeps Leia on table. I do think that was I won't say game-winning play, but that was a very important play. We see Sam now swinging at Vader. Pops a 5, and oh my good lord, another 1 with the saber he could have Jedi businessed for and did not. And that's there's nothing I can say. Honestly, that was horrendous all the way around. And there's the Destiny of 6, which is a 7 for total battle Destiny. That did not go the way Sam wanted it to at all. Jeff's going to lose 1 guy. Sam's going to lose 2, one of which is Mace and his saber. Jeff loses the disarmed Maul, because I think he's got another one. And Sam loses Mace. Mace does not cover attrition. So he's going to lose. And he's stacking Mace on Communing, which is fine. He lost 2 Maces now. Not a big deal either way. Now he's got to lose 1 of them. And he's going to end up with 2 not great guys standing in front of Vader and Kylo. So he loses Anakin, which probably the right play. And I mean, it is going to be his turn. He can try and defend or see what he can do here, but that is not the way he wanted that battle to go in any way, shape, or form. Jeff has got to be very happy with how that went. Jeff moves Palpatine over to Jin's site. Sam can't move away. He doesn't have any force, so Jin will likely eat a fry sizzle here. Probably during move, or Jeff may even wait and activate to the 5 he's got, either the 4 or the 5 he's got tracked on the top, just to make sure he's got that in place. Sam activates 8, leaving himself 5. Oof. Sam's getting low on cards here, and Jeff's got a nice little setup in place. Activates 1 more. He'll get a drain of 2 with R2 and red 5. This is not a good spot for Sam. I'm not sure. At this point, I think you're just trying to grind differential. And I think Jeff's going to try and just keep his diff as high as he can. So I think the drain of 2, you'll probably see 2 cards coming out of Jeff's hand, because I can't imagine he's concerned about really anything Sam's doing right now. Sam's only got 3 cards in reserve. He's only got 10 force to work with. Frankly, Leia and Rey are not scary there in either way. As we see the sneak attack go from hand, and Zuckuss and Mist Hunter off reserve deck. That's kind of nasty. I think Jeff would have been happy if he'd gotten that Zuckuss to just Zuckuss and Mist Hunter right on top of Luke and try and make things interesting. We see Rey grab a card, walk lane, placed out of play to retrieve the Anakin. I mean, that's good, but like, what's he gonna? What's his answer here? Because like, Erica just sitting there is another drain of 2. That like, how does Sam respond? Coward won't touch it, or Simple Tricks won't touch it. Nothing's really gonna get there. Sam's in a tough spot. We see another Anakin going in front of Erica, and Jeff with the barrier just to wreck all of Sam's day. And it's really early in the month, but he's on pace for, this being Sam's worst November 3rd in quite a while, because none of that worked the way he wanted it to. Jedi Business doesn't have the Anakin's lightsaber. That was a couple cards up. I don't even know what you do here. Like, you don't necessarily want to battle Kylo and Vader, because Jeff knows where a 5 is, and just, swing with Kylo, hit somebody, choke out the other guy, and all of a sudden you're looking at eating overflow there, which is definitely not good. But, like, what else do you do with it? You're going to move them both into the audience chamber? Like, I guess. And then you're just going to give up a bunch of drains. Like, that's not really ideal either. Yep, so Sam's moves Rey into the audience chamber. I'm assuming he'll follow with Leia. And it does mean that we probably won't see a fry sizzle on Jin, because Leia is still there. Leia's still keeping those drains protected. If Jeff's got another character in hand, we might just see a drop on the audience chamber. I think we'll definitely see Erica start a battle against Anakin and 3PO just for the first strike ping, with the expectation of, all right, I'm just going to kill Erica, kill Anakin. Yeah, Sam can go get another Anakin, but, like, that's not really scary. And drain a 1 at Nal Hutta. Sam loses Padme off the top. Jeff going for a verify. See, this is why Sam needed that changing the odds Brian Fred was playing at Endor. Sam's given up a bunch of Jeff's given up a bunch of verifies here. Sam could have been putting stuff out of play, and well, welcome to the party, Darth Maul with double-bladed lightsaber on top of the two ladies. And First Strike says Sam won't be playing Hoojix. Jeff retrieves one. And yeah, Sam loses a 1 off the top. Well, I mean, if you're going to lose a card, losing the 1 is good. You're going to see a swing and a chop. There's a 3 with Applek as he's swinging at Leia. I mean, they're both ability 4, forfeit 7 characters. And there's the Black Sun Fleet for the 9. Leia is hit, forfeit 0. Even if you have a sniper, I don't think you waste it here. You're willing to let him have the power 7. You're up by 8 plus the swing. Sam pulls a card off Sand, which is the first aid, which he can't play. So we see the swing at Rey. Lord Maul with Saber as a 1. That's not ideal. And a 3. So he misses the swing, which means... So Sam's effectively power 8 because he gets the +1 from Rey. And forfeit 7, so he's 15 to 15. At this point, he's really only losing the overflow of the difference in Battle Destiny draws, which is a pretty safe spot to be in. But, like, you could do worse. This is not a terrible thing. So we see the 5. Jeff draws for Battle Destiny, puts him at a 20. Let's see Sam draw here. Drawing another 1 here would be a killer. Oh, there's a 7. So, all right, that's actually a real good... Oh, I bet we see Tyrannus on that. Oh, that was a mistake. Jeff should have Tyrannus that. You know, I don't know what he was getting out of that, but you should have Tyrannus that just to take a shot at it. But Tyrannus covers the 8 in battle damage, and does mean Sam loses nothing to that battle. That missing that swing with Maul was pretty big, but at the end of the day, he still cleared everybody. Goes to grab Force Lightning. There's not one. Gives up another Verify. And still in battle. I'm wondering if he was just checking to make sure both his Destiny would kill Anakin. And that sounds like it, especially since Sam used the Yoda set tax, and actually starting that battle there, he gets 2 Battle Destiny anyways, so he gets back Tyrannus. Sam's got to lose another card. Sam loses the Hoojix from hand because with First Strike he's not going to play it, and honestly, like, he's got 11 cards down. I don't think he's going to get to play it anyways. Yeah, it's... Jeff's just drawing Battle Destiny. There's a 4. That's enough to kill Anakin. And a 5 is 9. So that's enough to kill both of them. That'll force Sam to lose 3PO as well. And Sam... I assume Sam's going to draw. Like, I don't know what else you're going to do here. There's really no reason not to draw. Yep, there's the draw, and it's a 3, which... Oh, no, it's a 4 because of Anakin. As I say, I'm pretty sure Erica's immune to less than 4. Yep, it is a... Erica would have been immune to the 3. It's a 4, so he loses Erica. It's another card in Lost Pile. That's all Sam's trying to do at this point, is make sure he can get the cards in Lost. Did I just lose connection? Yeah, that was a... There we go. I'm not sure what just happened there. I lost connection for a second. I'm going to blame hotel internet. And yep, some of you in the chat were right. Using the Yoda's Hut text in the battle in the audience chamber was a waste. We see, looks like Sam dropped Honshu and the Falcon on top of Boba Fett. Draws a 7 for total power and a 5 for battle destiny, so it isn't going to be enough to kill Boba Fett, and maybe even spin a couple off the top. We see the 11 up there's the Furry Fury. That's brutal. Like, Jeff has had every answer when he needed it. That's going to subtract from the total battle destiny. He's going to be able to keep Fett on table, so he'll drain for free this turn. And yep, just loses Tyrannus off the top of reserve deck. Sam is in a bad spot. Looks like he moved Palpatine away from Jin just to avoid the breaker cover first strike ping. That's not... Let me see. Jeff, go grab the Force Lightning. Sam recirculates. It's going to be drain of 4 here, which Sam really can't afford. I mean, he's got 12 down, or actually drain of 5, excuse me, because Janice is with Palpatine. So we see Luke, Rebellion Soap, Odin Nestler in First Aid, and Quite a Mercenary. Sam's down to 1 card in the hand. He'll be down to 9 cards in Force. So another drain of 2. It was an R2 in red 5, and a 3PO with his parts showing. Off the top, I apologize. Somehow my internet just died, and it must have cost me the whatever happened in there. How he got 3PO back, I'm not entirely sure. We see Palpatine again move over in front of Jin to threaten the Force Lightning. Jin moves over, so we see Janice move over with Palpatine to again get that drain of 3 going. Fett and Slave 1 moves away from Honshu and the Falcon because there's no reason to eat the first strike ping. And frankly, if Sam wants to pay to drain there and do nothing else, Jeff's okay with that. Jeff's drawing a couple. I don't like how much he's drawing. Like I would not. I don't think I would have drawn that much unless you got a good way to get him back, because Sam can't really do much here. Sam's got 1 card in hand and 9 force. Like, he can either drain, which you just lose from hand, or he can put down 1 dude and not battle. And like, where are you gonna put dude? Like, unless Sam activates all of it. I think Sam might just draw up here. Like, Jeff's got cards in hand. There's nothing you can do here. Otherwise, Sam peeks at 2, puts 1 on the bottom. He doesn't have Ray out or anything, so Sam is gonna drain. Like, he kind of mathed and said, all right, well, I can cause some force loss here as Jeff loses from hand. There goes Dre and Ponda. Solid loss. There's no way they're gonna. The only way they'd come into play at all, and Prince Cheezer out of hand, would be if Sam moves Honshu and the Falcon over and you just want to throw forfeit fodder on Fett and Slave 1 and then start a battle, which wouldn't be terrible. And Jeff may have another character sitting in hand as well. He loses Black Sun Fleet from hand as well. That's an interesting card because it shuts off your own first strike in terms of the retrieval, but it will allow him to shuffle his ships and spread and double his drains at his 2 systems, but then consolidate again before your opponent can come at you. So Sam's got 3/4 to decide what to do with here. I feel like you got to move in front of Fett. Like, there's no reason to. Nope. Sam says, nope, I'm not moving in front of Fett. I'm not taking that drain. He's gonna, get drained for 2, 5, 6, which gives him enough force to get a drain of 2 through. Like, I guess. Going with Hear Me Baby to play a worthless shield just to put a 5 down there. I'm not even sure what he's doing with that 5. So now if Jeff doesn't have another Zuckuss and Mist Hunter, he used Jabba's Haven already, so he can't go get that back. Yeah, we just drain a 3. We see Unita from hand, Hear Me Baby off reserve, and Anakin Saber from reserve. Sam's going to commune to peek at his force pile. I mean, another drain of 2. There goes the escape pod, and we're doomed from reserve deck, and they're tracking us from reserve. And here's the drain of 1 at Rendley. Sam loses Rey from hand, so Sam's now got no hand and 4 force. He can drain for 2 once. So Jeff has 2 cards in hand. I don't know what he's gonna. Yeah, Jeff just says, all right, go for it. Sam activates his 4. At this point, I think Sam should just draw up. All right. I guess. Puts 2 more cards in Lost for Jeff. It's not terrible, but it also ends up putting 4 more cards in Lost for Sam, so I think you probably were better served just. Alright, so you get 1 more out of the first strike ping. And I guess that's not a terrible play. Pops Jin. He'll get 1 force back off. He'll get 1 more force from Jeff. Jeff uses something special to retrieve a starship. Well, Jeff must have. Oh, he retrieved. That's right. He retrieved that Zuckuss and Mist Hunter. So he could have come down with a Zuckuss and Mist Hunter on last turn if he'd had it, but obviously he didn't, as he didn't have it in hand and wasn't going to try and pick up or Forlom for it. Doesn't really matter. He's going to lose 1 force to the first strike battle. So Sam's going to cut the differential down to 15. That's a lot in match play. Like, I don't. And yeah, we'll see that chop really isn't going to matter. Sam was going to peel for overflow anyways, and if he didn't, he was going to peel to drains. So 4-1 says Jin is hit. And forfeit 0, and again, Sam's got no battle destiny. Basically anything Jeff drew was going to be overflow, no matter what, and Sam was just going to peel. And there's the 4 for battle destiny. Sam's going to peel his 5 cards and have 43 in Lost. So it will be Jeff by 15. Jeff with 24 in Lost, Sam with 43 in Lost. Good game, both players. You guys can bump back over to the PC stream and catch Dylan versus Gavin if that's still going on. Yeah, Joe, I don't think it changes anything, because if he declines to draw Destiny, if he doesn't swing at Jin, he declines to draw Destiny, Sam loses 4 force and has 1 left, or he just loses Jin And I don't think he's smart. I don't think he peels the 4 and leaves Jin there, so I don't think it changes anything for the math in that regard. Congrats to Jeff. Looks like they will be playing their second game on Monday. I will not be streaming that as I'll be driving home from Ohio. Looking forward to having an awesome weekend with the basement crew. Hope you guys had fun watching. Thanks all for being here. I will talk to you later.